Hey, hello, how are you? Hope you are doing great. Monticello, the home of one of our greatest founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was quoted as saying, "Architecture is my delight." Well, he really enjoyed the Italian Renaissance architecture, and you can very well see it in his mansion in Charlottesville, Virginia. I would like to give you an idea of what the tours are like, what the home is like, and just let you know that it is really a spectacular place to go and visit. So, let's get into it. While designing Monticello, Thomas Jefferson originally made all of his really best architectural plans for his mansion by using research from books and visits to France, studying people like Andrea Palladio, studying neoclassical public buildings, private houses, all from France, as well as Roman temples. After 40 years, basically from 1769 to 1809, the 21-room, 11,000 square foot mansion was completed by 1809. As you tour the mansion, you will be wonderfully engaged with the results of Jefferson's efforts. The main house is flanked by an extended L-shaped terraced wing on each side. At the end of each wing is a living or office space above ground. Below ground, the wings are sheltered passages between the house and outdoors workspaces. Within the submerged wings, there are several rooms, including cisterns, ice house, cellar, food storage, kitchen, smokehouse, dairy, laundry, stables, coach house, and servants' quarters. To enjoy the details of the architecture of the mansion, I seriously advise you to visit websites dedicated to such. While out on a 9-day trip in June of 2026, my wife and I enjoyed a visit to Monticello, a pretty interesting place overall. The home was a gem of the property with all of its architectural marvels. While I review only a few portions of the grounds, I hope I show you enough to strike your interest to go visit. Thomas Jefferson's Monticello mansion in Charlottesville, Virginia, sits on the very top of a beautiful 850-foot high peak in the southwest mountains. As a matter of fact, Monticello is Italian, meaning little mountain. We drove from I-64 to Highway 20 going south out of Charlottesville, then turned east on Highway 53 or Thomas Jefferson Parkway. From Highway 53, you will see signs to exit on Monticello Loop. Taking Monticello Loop, you will cross a bridge and proceed through the small gate, then pass the Monticello entrance and into the Monticello parking area. You will go to the entrance, show your tickets or buy some tickets there, and enter into the shopping and exhibits center. That was of little interest to me personally. I wanted to hightail it to the mansion, gardens, and other areas of interest on the property. From the shopping center, you will be shuttled, or you can walk, to the main walking path just a short ways in front of the mansion. Before continuing, please click on the subscribe and like buttons. It helps me to continue making these fun videos. Also, before walking and seeing the sights further, let's review a few important rules for visiting Monticello. The property is monitored. No weapons allowed. No sporting equipment. No smoking. No drones. Only small bags are allowed. You can only take personal photographs. No flash photography. No selfie sticks or tripods inside the buildings. Leashed dogs are the only pets allowed, but not inside any building, including the mansion, and not in the shuttle buses. There are several types of tickets available. We did the highlight tour, which took us through the first floor of the mansion and some of the grounds. There are also other tours that can be very interesting. Be certain to look at all possible occasions before deciding. The first item of interest to my wife and myself were the very large trees in front of the mansion. Really impressive, but not nearly as impressive as walking up to such a wonderful part of American history, Thomas Jefferson's wonderful home. While walking up to the mansion, you know you will be seeing something wonderful. Entering the mansion with the tour guide was quite pleasant. The first room as you enter is the entry hall. You will see some marvelous items on the walls and ceilings even, seriously interesting. I will leave it up to you to discover all the cool stuff yourself. Be reminded that as you loop around through each room, taking only personal pictures without flash are allowed inside the mansion. From the entrance hall, we pass through the South Square, library, library annex, and bedroom. I promise you will see astonishing items. We then came to and spent a lot of time in the parlor, a magnificent room with great paintings and other items of interest. Next was the dining room and tea room. Again, rooms with great architectural design ideas. We exited by way of the North Plaza. While you might think that was a quick tour, it was actually very extensive. You will certainly enjoy it. I think the most impressive view of the mansion is the back. A really beautiful architectural design. Mr. Jefferson made a great choice following the themes of Palladio. We had actually arrived early so that we could walk around outside in the cooler morning air. Going to the South Pavilion, our first area to view outside, crossing the South Terrace and journeying through that South Pavilion or submerged South Wing. First going past the kitchen, I walked through the long passageway towards the house cellar. Back outside, I walked through the various rooms facing the south, beginning with the kitchen. There is plenty of representative antiques you would expect to have been used during Mr. Jefferson's time there, and details of the work involved. Next to the kitchen is the cook's room. Meager it may seem, it was fairly luxurious for the time and conditions. I bypass the servants' quarters and enter the smokehouse, a room where meat was stored, butchered, and prepared year-round. Meats from cows, calves, pigs, and sheep, mostly. The heat of the fire faced the south, while portions of the heat and all that great smoke filled the rest of the room. Again, a good amount of detailed information is made available to you with the placards. Nicely done. Only a quick pass through the dairy. More antiques and a bit of information. We enjoyed walking Mulberry Road. There's a lot to see along the mountainside ridge, which is named Mulberry Row. 5,000-acre plantation, had 25 dwellings, workshops, and sheds. Workers included weavers, spinners, blacksmiths, nail makers, carpenters, joiners, gardeners, stablemen, and various servants. Nearby workers cultivated crops, tended livestock, drove carts, felled trees, and built fences and farm buildings. You can easily spend an hour walking the gardens and the pavilions in Mulberry Row, and another hour for that first floor tour, which is really very nice. So be aware of that and add that time to whatever other shows and events that you may be attending there. Time to say goodbye to Monticello for now. When you leave the property, be sure to pay your respects to those at the lovely cemetery. Visiting Monticello was very fun. Honestly, a simple, good time seeing one of America's most beautiful homes and a home with great historical distinction. Hey, please subscribe. Click that like button. It helps a lot. And with that, please relax. Take it easy. Be a motoring fanatic on your road, Odyssey, and I will see you later. Bye.